This video is late. Most people did their Victober TBRs at the end of September or by the 1st of October, but I don't really care about readathons that much, so I'm just doing it as I get round to it. Victober is some readathon where people read Victorian literature in the month of October, but I just do it as reading Victorian or Gothic literature as much as I want in October. But I mean, I read that kind of stuff all year round, really, but I want to read a bit more of it this month. I did kind of do Victober last year, but I don't really do Victober as it is. I do like Victober and Gothtober. And obviously I have quite a big TBR behind me, so hopefully it'll help me get through a few more of those than I otherwise would. And now that I'm working again after finishing my master's degree, I want to get more into the swing of reading a bit more regularly. So I have picked 6 books to do for Victober and Gothtober. Yeah, I don't really enjoy readathons because I don't really like the idea of someone telling me what I should read or even really telling me that I need to fill this quota. Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't care. I don't give a toss. I won't put up with it.
For me, Victober and Gothtober is just reading any Victorian book or any Gothic book that I want to read. I don't need any busybody telling me I need to be reading, a Victorian novel set in the country or a Victorian novel narrated by, I don't know, a working class character. Like, I'll read that stuff anyway. I don't need you telling me to do that.
No. I'm not interested. And that is the truth of the matter.
So, some of the books I've chosen, they might fall into some of the categories that other people are doing, but I don't really know what those categories are, so if they fall in, it's by happenstance. I have 6 books to read for the month. I probably won't get round to all of them, but I'll get round to them when I get round to them. I have my tea in my Beauty and the Beast book mug, and I have some gingerbread that I baked. It's a vegan gingerbread, and it's a Nigella recipe, and it's basically just full of oil, sugar, and flour. Like, it's a disgusting amount of sugar, but it does taste amazing.
I'm gagging.
I am still gagging.
And gingerbread also feels kind of Gothic, but I am also in my Irish Joycean fisherman raw neck jumper, and I'm feeling very bougie. Okay, so first up on my TBR is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I recently went to Top Withens, which is the set of old ruins in Bronte country in like West Yorkshire, where it's rumoured that Wuthering Heights was inspired by. So I went there, loved it, and I wanted to reread the book again because now I've seen more of the landscape where it's set. I want to reread it again. I have read this book at least 3 times, but it is one of my favourites. I also have this Lush Penguin Classics cloth-bound edition, which I've let get pretty grubby because I actually love how it looks when it's grubby. It looks like it could be from the Victorian era. I have actually started reading this already, so I'm already halfway through because it is quite a quick read actually, Wuthering Heights. Okay, first one down. Next one, Shadow Dance by Angela Carter, which is this Lush Virago edition, I think. I think it might be set in Bristol. When I was teaching English one day last year, I saw it was like a critical book on Angela Carter, and it was talking about Shadow Dance. I've not read that yet, so I want to read this. But this was her first novel, and I think she wrote this maybe when she was in her early 20s. So, and I remember from the Angela Carter biography, The Invention of Angela Carter, I'm pretty sure she wrote the novel and had it published even before she did her English degree at Bristol Uni. So first of all, that's incredibly impressive. And it's quite a slim novel, so hopefully I'll enjoy this and love it. Next is a selection of short stories that I've actually decided to read inspired by myself from my Clara and the Sun video, because The Sandman by E.T.A. Hoffmann is my favourite short story. So I want to reread that again because that is Gothic. And he's also got, what's in here? Crespel the Lawyer, The Sandman, and Adventures of a New Year's Night. Yeah, and I also have this lush old edition.
I won!
Oh! Okay, and then after that, I'm going to have a go at The Secret History by Donna Tartt, which is the most booktube-ish book ever. It's like dark academia, whatever that means, and I'm hoping I'll like it.
Time to move along.
And the next book I've decided to read is Stardust by Neil Gaiman. I've not seen the movie, but apparently this is set at the dawn of the Victorian era. Yeah, he wrote Coraline, and I've read Coraline, liked it, but I prefer the movie. The movie's one of my favourite movies of all time. It's only short, and I figured that after The Secret History, if I don't like it, I'll want a break, and I'll want maybe a shorter novel to get through. My next one is To Kill a Mockingbird, which is also a reread for me after Wuthering Heights. This is probably the fourth time I've read this as well, possibly. This is an edition from 1985, but I do really like this edition. This is Gothic, set in the Deep South. I was hoping to read this over the summer, but I didn't get round to it, so I figured I might as well read it now. I might get round to this, not sure. This is also one of my favourite books, so I'm hoping that October will be a lush reading month for me.
Dirty. Filth.
So yeah, what are you reading for Victober or Gothtober if you're doing that? Or what's a Victorian or Gothic book that you would like to read? I'm probably just going to talk about all the books I read for this in a Victober, Gothtober wrap up. So I'll probably do that at the end of the month, just before my birthday. And I might bring Agatha Christie back for that, because I did that last year and that was fun. I'll see. Yeah, autumn is my favourite time of year. I love the darker nights and the run up to my birthday, which is on the 3rd of November, and then the run up to Christmas. Oh my god. My flat is really cold, so that's the only thing that annoys me. But aside from that, I will power through vigorously with my reading. My next video is probably going to be another review. I might review the new Gwendolyn Riley novel that came out last May. So that'll probably be my next video. All right, bye.
Hurt me like